Hey everyone, John's Hands here. Let's rip these darn Joy-Con off. Because today we're doing a gyro test using World of Goo. And World of Goo on the Switch was never a particularly great sinker. So let's put this right Joy-Con there, pick up the left Joy-Con here. So this game tried to mimic the Wii Sensor Bar, only it has no point of reference for a Wii Sensor Bar, so you're relying on gyro to do it for you. And so because of that, it would quite often drift. So what I'm going to do is put both cursors on this green Chapter 1 island here, sync them, so they're now both in the middle, right? Both in the same place. Can you see where I'm going? Let me get them on screen first, and then let's try it again. So both in the same place, synced, and now we're going to try rotating them around. And let's see. Well, already the Switch 1 is down there. Can you see that? And then we're gonna just go whoop, go round and round and round. And where are you? Well, Switch 1 is all the way down here now, at the bottom. And Switch 2, still right in the center. And now we're just gonna go up, 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 and still in the middle on Switch 2, nowhere to be seen on Switch 1. Now let's just try playing a level. This is going to be a little bit tricky doing simultaneously, but I will do my darndest, okay? Got to sync up again on Switch 1. So we'll go over to this one here. I'm going to play very poorly because I'm trying to play on two screens at once. Alright. So let's sync up right in the middle once this loads. Cool, synced. And we're going to grab some goo, wave them around, build a little bridge. This would be easier if I could clone myself, which is a thought I have often. Well, let's just see where we are right now. So, pretty central on Switch 2, not very central on Switch 1, but not completely out of sync, that's okay. And we're going to go all the way down, build this tower. Get that one over there. And again, point in the middle. We are definitely out of sync. Cool. So World of Goo was always a bit more of an extreme example. I imagine Switch 2 will drift over time because this isn't going to be perfect. There's still no sensor bar. This is still a bit of a loose cannon game when it comes to this stuff. So let's just keep playing on Switch 2 and see how long it takes for it to drift from the middle. Because I imagine it's going to be a little... It won't take that long. Let's see, where are we now? Still in... Okay, still good. Still in the middle. How about now? Yeah, we are still central, fellas. This is real nice. Okay. Alright. Well, maybe we can move on from World of Goo then, because this... I don't want to say perfect, but it's working really well. Far better than Switch 1, which is still down there. Let's just do a few more little spin tests. Okay, where are you now, cursor? The middle. Wow. Okay. Alright, more games then. Alright, so now we're in Skyward Sword HD. Let's just sync up. And this was a pretty big problem for me compared to the Wii, especially when using the bow. So because you're moving your sword around so much, you usually lose position of the cursor with the bow, and would have to press the Y button to resync. Not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, just pressing a button's easy enough, but I'd rather not do it. So let's just go over, take out these guys, break down these trees, and let's see where the bow is. So we did a bunch of movements there, and the bow is currently in the center, which is very nice. Let's do a few more bits though. Let's take out this guy. Cool. Let's take out these fellas. And let's just do a bunch of this. Let's see. Still pretty good. Like, pointing neutrally right now is hitting the middle of the screen, so this is good stuff. Let's just move this round and round and round like that. Still in the middle. That's good. This is promising so far. I imagine that this will desync. I said that with Skyward, with World of Goo, but there's a lot more involvement and a lot more waggling in Skyward Sword HD. I hear. Oh. There we go. Cool. Let's just check my sword a second. It's still pretty in front of Link. There hasn't really been any desync. Check the bow. This is good. This is really good. Let's try flying around with a Loftwing a moment. And maybe by the time we get to Skyloft with all that movement, I imagine there's going to be some desync. But this is, you know, so much above what the Switch 1 could do. Because with the Switch 1 Joy-Con, I feel like whenever you get your bow out, you'd have to resync. Alright, we're in the sky, fellas. Let's get up to Skyloft. Do a bunch of flappies to get some movement in. Let's do a little flip. Doing a flip's always good. And let's see. Will our bow still be fairly neutral? Let's check the sword first. Looks pretty neutral. Bow's neutral. Man! Man, this is cool! Cool as hell. Cool as balls, some might say. Okay, so now we're ditching the Joy-Con 2 and instead using a Pro Controller 2 to see how this works. And it's been a while since I've played Splatoon, so we're gonna forgive my performance here. But let's just sync up and see if it stays synced. So, I got through that entire match not pressing the resync button once. It was perfectly synced the entire time. I found these incredibly impressive. We've not really stumbled across many issues. I'm sure they will show themselves when you play for long enough, but at least in these showcases, they've been perfectly fine. And these are Switch 1 coded games. I've got to imagine Switch 2 games just run even better with gyro, but right now there aren't that many examples to choose from. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we will catch you next time. Bye.